All right, good morning, traders. I'm currently in two different stocks. I just got into, so I gotta check G-Tech, make sure it doesn't crack his trend line here. G-Tech may crack here. I may take a decent sized loss on this if it can't hold up. G-Tech has EV news. Got in a little high on this thing, so we're gonna see if it's gonna hold up or hold up this trend line. I may add to it. Looks like it may crack though. I was looking for the $10 break, build a position right there in that nice consolidation, but just got slammed hard at $10. See PHUN, so PHUN a little fake out breakout. About 412, but still holding so far. I know LGVN has went on a crazy run. I definitely did not expect that out of that stock. Getting a little bounce off the trend line there, so I'm actually going to add here. Try to get this average down some. Down 926, 916. Alright, so I got 100 here. If it does not break out, I was going to lose this much anyway, so, or if it doesn't bounce here. It's 15 minutes ugly, but $8 is trying to hold us support. There we go. So starting to push back up a little bit now. We had this whole nice trend line in pre-market. That's why I was looking to. This is also very low float, only 11 million in shares, so this thing can move very fast, but does have good PR. This G-Tech launched a second electric vehicle line, but we did see good PR yesterday not work out, and LVG ended up running like crazy, so this PR may not matter. 50 very soon in the next minute or two. It's starting to crack $8 now. PHUN still just doing its thing there. Let's see, it's on the 5-minute. So we did go into the 10-day for a minute there, but so did we. We did the same thing back here. SPY looks like it's rebounding a little bit. Need to see a quick buying volume pop push us over 850. So just starting to curl up some. Let's see if we can get over 850. Touching it now. There is resistance there again. You see that wick, that selling pressure. Gotta break through that 850 right here. Look, PHUN dying off. Let's see, it's coming back down the bottom of the support. See if I can continue to hold up or not. LVGN still is above the uptrend, but it's just so sketchy. Ah, see, that's not good. That right there is not good. We tried to break over 850 and got rejected. So if this candle starts turning red, this may drop. Start dropping under like 820 again. PHUN still trying to test that 4. Uh-oh, let's see. Make sure GTEC's not gonna crash on me here. Did just throw another wick down lower, which is not good. This thing needs to be throwing full bodies up over 850. I see it's trying to push up again. There we go. Testing the 850, but still getting hung up. Needs to break and hold 850. Starting to hold 850. We may start to bounce off of the trend line. Nice size buyer just came in at 850. So still fell in the hold so far. Some selling at 860. Bunch of sellers sitting there. They just got taken out though. I might add a little bit more to my position here. Now it's starting to come back up. Bring my average down a little bit more. So I got 110 there. Because it's looking like it's going to hold it. Yeah, here it goes. Starting to go back. We pop back over 9. This thing's going to try to push to 10. Look at this 15-minute. Yeah, not bad. Bouncing off of the 9-day moving average. And here's the test of 9. Oh, failed the first test. Breaking down the second test. See if it can do it. Can you push? As soon as 9 starts holding a bid, and it's starting to right now. Yeah, we got to break 9. That's a lot of resistance at $9, right? To this tip of this candle, the bodies of these candles in pre-market. So yeah, this thing's gonna run. It's got to break 9. PHUN. You're coming down a little further than I would like, and it's looking a little bearish if it can't hold here. Stop loss right around 383. Alright, let's stay focused on G-Tech. So G-Tech getting rejected at 9. First retest of it. PHUN looks like it's going to crack. It barely is holding up right now, so I'll probably get stopped out on it. Ooh, I don't like this downtrend we've now confirmed right here. So you should have broke there, and if we don't come back up soon, then the next 2 minutes and break over 9, it'll just ride down this downtrend. It'll be done. Probably come back down to 750. So it's gonna do it. It's gonna break back over 9 and make a push. It needs to do it now. I'm still in PHUN. It didn't quite come down on that stop loss. It got close. So it's still in the triangle here as of now. But 3 red candles in a row on that 5-minute. Whoop, G-Tech starting to pop up over 9 again. Let's see here if we can get it. Can we get it? Yeah, a little upper Little upper ugly wick there. See, we're getting rejected at 9 and this downtrend. But buying volume is, well, it was steady through here. We need to see another little ramp up like this, and buying volume, boy, look at that, all over the place. We're just testing that 10-day again on the 5-minute. And we might be getting ready for another test of 9 here. $8.75, trying to hold us new support. We actually opened on the trend line that time. Yeah, here we go. Here comes this test. Yeah, I think we're about to explode through 9. Look at this nice little move down and then a push curl back up to 9. And here comes the test, and here comes the break. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this thing is taking off all the way up to 10, just about to 970. Now let's see if this thing can break $10 and go on a massive run. Oh, we may be getting halted. I don't want to call it prematurely. But it looks like we're getting halted. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, man. Been a red week for me. A red week, barely any wins. Now I just got to make sure I lock this out and don't give it back like I did on the play yesterday. But very nice play. I had to work with this. You can see all my buys and adding to this position. Because the way it came out of pre-market, it looked like it might break 10. Because it just bounced off of this trend line. So I jumped in on this nice little build-up originally, and then it failed to break 10. So I just kind of added and averaged down looking for that trend line to hold. And that trend line sure did hold. Nice bounce off of there and halted. Beautiful. I'll be right back. So, PHUN looks like it's about to crack. And it did. I just got stopped out, so $20 loss there. That's fine, whatever. Now, on GTC or GTEC here, we're halting right at the $10 resistance line. So our options are this gaps up out of the halt over $10 and has a gap and go and it keeps running. It unhalts where it's at, pushes to $10, could get rejected there and come back down to the trend line again. Or if it opens right there, it could kind of fumble around for a second and then just shoot through $10. And that's 3 options, more than likely. I don't think it'll gap down. We're either going to gap out of this halt or open up right at the place where we halted at. But break at $10 is where a big move could come in on this. A lot of big buying volume. We're above all EMAs. Let's see. This thing has ripped before. Yeah, $10 is strong. No doubt there. So 11.28. I'm going to mark 11.28 so I don't forget it. Basically 11.25. That's going to be the next line looking back at this chart. Then after 11.25, it's pretty much got room to 15. Nice, Darnell. Nice job, buddy. Man, you've been killing it this week. You've been killing it lately. Several of y'all in here has been killing it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you guys killing it. This is awesome. Yeah, it is a tough play because it's so low float. It's only 11 million. Like, I was not really comfortable holding it down to where I was down $100 on these couple of these little wicks. But I knew at the same time it's a good PR. It's above all EMAs. You know, it meets all the criteria of the checklist. Good volume. So I was giving it a chance because my entry was not great at the beginning. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Because I didn't buy until the break of pre-market high. It just didn't do much. So we got halted. We get halted. Does this say when it's going to come out, maybe? No. Oh, there it goes. So we're starting to push up. Let's see. We did get a bit of a gap up. Ooh. Pushing up 1050. We'll start taking some of this off. We are getting rejected at 1050. Move, come on, get back here. I gotta see my chart. There we go. If we can break through 1050, we should get to that 11 area. If we can't, we may have to come back down to 10 and then bounce. I got 90 left. Yeah, we are coming back to that 10. So if 10 starts to crack, I'm going to get all the way out. But we did just get some nice buyers at 10.25. Looks like we're about to rip again. Testing 10.50. Ooh, one more push through 10.50 and we're off. So they're struggling there. A little bit of selling at 10.40. Looks like we're just consolidating right at the second. Buyers and sellers indecisive. But if this doesn't drop soon, it's going to rip. Like if it doesn't drop in the next minute or two, then it's gonna start ripping. Let's see. Let's get this push up to 11. Come on, you're over 11.50 and holding. Oh, big buyer just came in. Let's go. Oh, you dirty stock, you. It's got halted to the downside. Quick rejection there. It looked like it was about to explode and then just dumped. Now we're halted to the downside. Yeah, that was such a quick drop. Good morning, Lori. I'm gonna take a little break here after that. I'm a little salty right now that just cracked like that, because it really looked like it was gonna run and didn't really give me much of a chance. Just kind of cracking so fast. Yeah, and it's all to the downside. We'll see what happens out of this halt. Should have took it. I know I should have took all of it. I hate that. I hate that. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Take all the profits. What's up, Jose? This is why you hate low floats, Orlando. Yeah, I know, man. Low floats can get real choppy, and this is one that's definitely real choppy today. Redraw this trend line. This trend line is pretty much like that, but if this is going to out of this halt, we could gap down, but we didn't gap down onto the other halt. We opened up right at it, and then it pushed back up. It was like, what, that dropped from 1080 to 929 in a second, like a split second. Oh yeah, that's why you don't buy the top of the breakouts. That's why you got to get, on the trend line near support. If you buy the top of the breakout, this could especially low floats, this could happen very easily. We'll see what happens out of this halt. There's a possibility it gaps down and this thing could just dump off. I don't think that's likely because it is bullish. It is moving. But this thing is certainly a halt fest. But I'm going to be ready for whatever. I did lock 20 out up there close to the top. Didn't lock it all out, but I did get 20 shares out of it. I just don't like this upper wick on the 15-minute. Says a 9:11. We should be getting close to coming out of this halt. I'm going to go ahead and get my finger on the trigger ready to go here. So if it does start dumping, I can just lock in this little bit of profit. I am not going to... I'm going to try not to. Depends on what it does out of this halt. If it gaps down, there ain't much I can do about that. But I'm going to try to make sure I get something off of this. God, I knew I should have. I was thinking in the back of my head. I was like, man, it's up there. It's close to that 11 line. You're up like $200. You should probably just take it on a Friday. And I was like, nah, it's going to break 10. It's going to break 11. Yeah, PHUN just cracking down, so... That PHUN, man, that thing's ran like once, and all the other times I've ever seen it, it barely runs. Good morning, Lauren. Alright, this is a 10-minute halt. We should be coming out any second now. But we did get a little gap down. Let's see if it pushes back up or starts dumping. So we are right at the trend line again. So as long as the trend line holds, it'll try to push back up. The trend line starts cracking and it will be done. Whoa, sketchy. So starting to crack 9 a little bit. Let's see if 9 can hold. Okay, so 9 is trying to hold. Little red doji star. If this 1 minute candle pushes up over 933, we'll be back alive here. Really testing 9 and support hard right now. I'm testing this trend line hard. Decent bounce so far. We still need to, well, no, we're back down to 9 again. Looked like we were going to start bouncing pretty nicely, but look at the 5 minute. Well, yeah, you can see it real good on the 5 minute. We're getting this little smashed little doji almost. If it can hold 9. Buyers still coming in. They're still willing to pay for it at 9. A little build up and selling volume here, so the next candle needs to bounce on this 5 minute. We got a minute left on this 5 minute candle to close above $9. 5 minutes left. If it doesn't close over 9 here, it's probably going to dump. It's looking close to dumping anyway. It's starting to give up 9. Gave up 9. Let's see if we can hold 875. That's the last part of the trend line. A very bottom touch. Alright, we're trying to come back up to 9. When we come back up to 9, we need to break right through it. We don't want to get held up there. We don't want 9 to be super strong resistance. 10-day is right there at 9 too. We're below that 10-day at this moment. But We did the same thing back here. We dropped below the 10-day and looked like we were going to go bearish. And then it had that nice little shoot up. So could see that again as long as it can hold near 9. You just see that flat top right across there. Oh, this is a bit possibly a head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder, head, and this would be another shoulder if this doesn't break back over 9. So that would be another sign that this could dump. But let's give it a chance and see. Coming back up to 9 now. 9 is acting as resistance. We do not want it to act as resistance for very long. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, we're basically doing almost the exact same pattern, that little U shape, little curl off of the trend line. This one's a little bit smaller so far. It may end up being as long as this one, but from now on, we do not want to see this below 9 anymore. If it's going to continue its run up on this trend line, then $9 is no longer acceptable. See, 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle to close. It's got to close above 9. Really needs to close above 9.05 with the 10-day. Uh-oh. I don't like that. That was a quick little crack through $9. This is really giving it a pretty nasty test here. This looks like it's about to dump. Got 1 minute left on this ugly 5-minute candle. If it can push back over 9 before it closes and push over 9.05, should be fine, but see, still a little rejection at 9. There we go. We got a hold. There we go. Keep on pushing. Get as far away from 9 as possible. There you go. No, get off of it. Get on up there. Get off of $9. Got a little bit of selling pressure at this 920. Well, that wick went all the way up to 950. I didn't even see it go all the way to 950. But yeah, selling pressure like 925. Okay, so that candle closed all right. That's not a bad close. Okay, we got selling at 925. We got to get back through. And almost. Looks like 915 is trying to hold as support now. Yep, bids keep trying to stack there. Oh. Oh, God, display. So another little test of 925. Yeah, just 920 is acting as resistance. That 920 needs to break down real quick. We need to stop getting held up at 920. Coming back down for another test of 9. That was a quick little test. Good to see the buyers pushed it immediately off of it, because like I said, we do not want to go back below 9 on this. I got caught up on the chat comments here shortly, guys. I just cannot take my eyes off this right now because it's too sketchy. It's too fast of a mover. And we're at a very pivotal point of a breakdown or breakout. Well, breakdown because we're testing support. $920 breaking. There we go. So some more. There's some selling tonight. Oh God, here we go again with these little pop-ups. These little quick pop-ups and then these fast drops on this thing. This is this thing can get up again. I'm getting out of it soon. If we can just shoot up to 10 again, I get out of it. Unless it doesn't hold up here, then I'll get out of it as well. But I do not like playing this game. I'm playing with the stock. There we go. Okay. Do not. There we go. All right. So we're gonna do the thing again. We rode the trend line. Now it looks like we're gonna try to shoot up again. So we got to re-break 950. There we go. Now let's see. 10. Come on. Get on up there to 10. Already broke through it once. But trend line holding. So we should be about ready to make a move again. Yeah, here we go up to 980. Like I said, I'm going to get ready to take this time. Let's see. I'm going to take a little 10 off it as 983. Just in case this is a new downtrend. This could be a new downtrend. It's like a little triangle here. Well, I got 80 left. I'll take a little bit more off it in that 980 area again. So I got 70 left. I'm going to hold this 70 here just for a few more minutes. See if we get going or not. See if we re-break 10. But it does look like this may be... Well, actually... Oh, no. Here we go. We're already back up to 10. Well, no, it is getting rejected right there at that downtrend where the 10 is. All right. If it doesn't break here, if it doesn't break 10 here, we're coming back down. This is probably going to dump. So if it's going to break 10, it's got to stay right above this 950 area now. We cracked 950. We'll come back down to about 930. And then if that doesn't hold, the dump is coming. There we go. Nice buying pressure, making that, pushing that wick back up towards the top. So it looks like we're gonna give another test of 10 in just a second. We're curling back up. Gotta break 980. Right across the tops of these two candles, that 980 area. Let's look at this 15-minute chart real quick. Oh no. Oh, I ain't selling nothing. This 15-minute chart is beautiful. This is about to rip big. Possibly. Break 10 here. This ought to be quite a move. Cause that uptrend on the 15-minute, I mean, that is beautiful. Just riding right up it. But gotta break 10. This is what I'm concerned about. Even though this pattern is beautiful, this thing has almost ruined the pattern multiple times with its crazy volatility. So that's why I'm like concerned it might just yank down like it has a couple of times. But as long as we're holding the trend line, we're good. Well, you were making me work on Friday, G-Tech. Come on, man, just break. Ain't trying to work this hard. We're having to stare. We got a little possible triangle breakout on the 1 minute for this little short term period. Yeah, there it comes. Making me sweat. I'm not really sweating, but just to add on to the whole I'm working hard right now while I'm sitting in a chair staring at the TV at the monitor. So it's a hard day's work trading for 2 hours looking at this chart. This thing is starting to mentally wear on me, though. I'm close to just locking it out, but I'm trying to give it a chance to break 10. But I am getting some mental fatigue here, which, you know, if you know me, it's not hard for me to get mental fatigue. Left that one open, Daniel B. If you're in here, I don't know. I still haven't looked at the chat yet. The stock is like buttermilk, and my brain is his prison girlfriend right now. Let's see. Coming back down a little bit to the trend line. Did get pushed up right off of it again, so that's a decent sign, but we really don't want to be down. They're very nice. That's what I'm going to say. We don't want to be down here on the trend line. So that buy and pushing it all the way back up to where we were at is a nice sign. But we are close to either breaking out hard or dropping hard. One of the two. I don't think this is going to continue right up this trend line for much longer. Let's see. Let's go back to the 5-minute. I actually draw my line straight. My line is crooked. Ooh, bit of a head and shoulders on the 5-minute too. This is a head, shoulders, shoulder. So it's definitely got to break back up over 10, or this is going to have a little dump. Probably pull back to 8 if this ends up being a shoulder, which it may be. It's testing 950 right now. Get off that 950 area. Maybe a shoulder. I'm starting to look like a shoulder. Alright, if we can't hold 950, this is probably done. So there's some buyers at 940. They're getting taken out. We're still holding a 10-day on the 5-minute. But getting that rejection. Yeah, this might be a head and shoulders. This is really, really sketchy. Let me draw this trend line better. Right quick. Be more like this. There we go. Trying to hold. See if bids can stack at 925. Nope. That's not good. This needs to get back. We came back down to 9 again. See, we're testing right there. See if these big buyers hang out. There's some big buying came in right below 9, but we're back. So I said we didn't want to be back below 9, but still has a chance to hold up the trend line, and this will definitely be the last time we want to see it under 9. We're getting a little bounce on the 1 minute. Maybe. Ooh, all them sellers just got taken out. So 9 is acting as resistance right now. Needs to hold that support. If it does not hop back over 9 in the next 30 seconds, it's probably be the shoulder dump on the head and shoulders. Now, if it can outlast this shoulder dump and start pushing back up, it'll be good to go for another pop up. Nine still acting. There we go. I was gonna say 9 is still acting as resistance. We got to get back over right now, and then we got a little pop. It's still fumbling around there, but 9 starts holding again. Should see another bounce here off this trend line. So if you had enough funds, you could be playing these bounces and just locking it in. Bounce there, lock it out up there. Bounce there, lock it out, and possibly another bounce here if it bounces. So it's definitely giving a lot of opportunities for money. So we do got buyers stacking the bid at 9 again. I'll be streaming at 4:30 like normal on the crypto channel. Oh, starting to not able. It's losing its mind at 9. It's having a hard time to hold $9 now. This little bearish candle followed as doji on the trend line. More than likely, this is done. Yeah, I'm getting out. Oh. Nowhere near the win that I could have, but oh well. Don't you wick me out, you little... Are you gonna... Did you just wick me out? Okay. No, it didn't wick me out. Oh, that was a battle. Just could not... I mean, it's still possible it could come back up. Especially because it wicked right there. Buyers pushed it back up off of that 875 area. But it needs to do it soon. Like, it needs to get back above 9 and it's going to break. See, PHUN, glad I got out of that because that's just selling off continuously. AUROW, don't know what's going on there. No PR or anything. We go into the daily chart. just had a nice daily chart, just slowly climbing and ripping up. LVGN, this is a crazy play, but if LGN can hold this trend line right here, LVGN, this could be a possible play. Look at it on the 15-minute. Yeah, see there? LVGN moving perfectly up this trend line. So if we get the next candle holding above and it pushes up over 12, then we can see that start to rip. See, it's trying to hold up. CNTX, nothing there. Really like Dogs is ripping again a little bit. MULN, a little pop. BKKT, a little pop. Bunch of stuff with little pops. Actually, a pretty decent Friday with G-Tech being up 70%. Oh, I'm thinking this wicked me out. I think this is about to rip again. Yeah, you dirty stock, you. You dirty, dirty girl. How dare you? How dare you freak me out with that wick? Makes me want back. Oh my goodness. This thing is, of course, you see it cracked the trend line, but what's it doing right now? It's holding up this support right across here. Like 875 area. There's resistance pre-market. Right there and right there. There's resistance on this candle, now support. So it just kind of ignored the trend line there for a second. But this candle comes up and breaks 10, this thing's gonna rip. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick little break here. Try to get my mental back from this pit bull dog fight of a stock here. And I'll be right back in just a couple minutes, guys. Alright, let me go through this chat here and see what's been going on in the meantime. I'm not really interested in doing car advertisements just because most people don't pay attention anymore. Like they're usually on their phone. So I just stick to internet advertising. Let's see what's up, One Life. Y'all already putting up Christmas decorations. Sicilian, nice job getting another win, man. Good job, Donnell. Sicilian, guys, killing it. Love it. What's up, Daniel B? It's hard to focus some days, you know, Lori. Sometimes my brain doesn't like to focus. Hey, Jose's my type of guy. He's a tequila guy. I'm with you there. I don't drink anymore, but every once in a while, if I do have a drink, it'd be some type of little tequila. Sicilian is yelling at me to sell, and I should have locked it in. You guys have seen all week multiple times where I've been up in profit and didn't lock it out. So this is a choppy market. I just not respected my own rules of all of that. So there's One Life right there. You don't think runner on this One Life? It, like I said, it depends if it can stay above 10. But this pop, when we broke above 10, we did not stay above it. We came back down, and we've not had any candles so far on the 15-minute close above $10. So that $10 has been very strong support. Donnell. Is it good to use MA indicator on the 5 minute? That's up to you. Sometimes you see me using them, sometimes you don't. Here lately, I haven't been using them. The thing, like the 1 minute is too quick. Those EMAs don't respond well. The 5 minute is kind of like that too. The EMAs don't. It does look like a little bit of a triangle there. I see what you're talking about now, Orlando. Let's draw this triangle real quick. I'll get back to what I was saying. Yeah, that's the triangle you're talking about right there. Beautiful, beautiful triangle, but still could crack to the bottom. What was you said? Oh yeah. On the 5 minute, like let's say if I turn this to the 5 minute with the EMAs, you can see at 10-day, it's like the EMAs aren't really doing much for it on the 5 minute. Like it didn't come down to the 50 and bounce. It's went below the 10-day, above it, below it, above it, below it, above it. So that's why I'm not really using them on the 5 minute. Like I'll look on this chart on the 5 minute, and if the indicators are working, if they are acting as support and resistance, then it can be worth using. But it's responding to the 15-minute the best. You can see that 15-minute where it bounced off exactly off that 10-day, and we're actually doing it again right now. This 15-minute candle has 2 minutes to close. If it breaks over a 10 here, this is going to rip. if it breaks in this next 2 minutes. Testing that top of that triangle. But that's the thing. Sometimes, like, generally, like I say, longer the time frame, stronger the support and resistance. That includes the indicators. So the longer the time frame, the better the indicators are going to be on. And here it goes. Just touched 10. We got a minute left. Let's see if it breaks on this last minute here. It's looking very good on this 15 minute. As long as it closes, as long as the body closes above these two. Taking its time there. Shh. I gotta go get the dog. Calm down. He's about to lose his mind. All right. Hey, what's up, Elvis? How's it going, buddy? I may be reading comments for 30 minutes ago, but I still want to go through and see what people were saying. Oh, you're talking about BBY. Okay, let me throw BBY on here. On the chart there. I'll take a look at it. Alright, there, Daniel BC. Look, I'm already caught up. That wasn't too hard, was it? Let's check out BBY, what Orlando's talking about. Yeah, you do have a triangle on here. Oh, it's Bed Bath and Beyond. You got 100 million in float. This would be a smaller mover if it is gonna move. I think you said that triangle's on the daily. Yeah. Problem is 200 day is holding it right now. If it can, today is kind of trying to hold over the 200. But with that float, it's really not gonna probably get a very big move quickly. Like, it did have some big run-ups before, but those run-ups took like a week. So I mean, if it does come back bullish, if it does hold the 200 and that 10-day crosses the 200-day moving average, break at 25 basically, and I think that could start to run again. It's just going to be slower of a run. So G-Tech not able to break out. Man, my triangle top was really bad on that. All these damn sell orders I can't see. Yeah, so you can see right there where it's smacking the trend line at the moment. What is the damn SPY doing? Let's see if any... Oh, so we do have ZINGU IPO. It looks like it just came out just now. So so this one is one to keep an eye on if this thing starts popping. Put Zingu up here. That's not saying exactly how much the float is. Let's run through some of these other IPOs, see if any of them are looking all right. What's that? Zingu. Showing there's 400 something thousand shares at 10.11. I know, Sicilian. I know, man. I know. I know. I know. I know the error of my ways. Trust me, it hurts. It hurts, but you know what makes me feel better? That you killed it. So, I did something stupid, didn't lock in all that profit I had. Locked in a little bit. It's a green day. Not much of a green day, about $20, but this week just not a good week for me. This thing's not really. Not really anything to look at there. But I had a very good last 3 weeks, so I'm fine with it. Look at this thing. It looks. I don't know what this is gonna do yet. This. It's not really moving much. It's moved about 12 cents so far since it came out. So we'll keep an eye on it and see if it can pop. BBY starting to push up a little bit. Bed Bath & Beyond to that 2350 area. G-Tech riding down the downtrend. LVGN coming there, yeah. See, this whole run on LVGN was nonsense. This PR was not that good. This was just overhyped. But that's why I was not really interested in trading it today. Because after it ran from, $3 yesterday to $15 today, you got to expect some type of pullback, some type of breather. But good to see a hot Friday. This is 2 Fridays in a row, though, where it's been pretty hot. Been multiple plays to make money on. Oops. Oh, G-Tech coming back up. Nope, there goes G-Tech. Just blew through 10. Break of 11, and this thing will be off. It took it a lot longer than I expected. What time is it now? 10 o'clock? So we saw the bounce about 9:30 is when we started getting good little bounces off here. I mean, does it matter if Zingu has 2 employees if it starts getting a bunch of volume and people buy it? I mean, I don't. Again, that's one of those very specific things, Daniel B, that does not matter if volume comes in. So getting any volume yet? A little bit. It's had 7 million in volume, but it's barely moved. And I didn't say I was going to trade this or anything. I just said keep an eye on it for now. Oh, so look at that. Again, G-Tech with a pop-up and then pulling all the way back down to 9. Crazy. Just a crazy range on this stock. Your range is basically 785 up to almost 1085, $3 range. And this thing is moving in. See, that was a SPY looking. The SPY going sideways. Pretty interesting. Good morning, Lightning Rick. Sheep started popping back one. Yeah, I haven't looked at the charts yet. Let's do a quick index look and crypto look really quickly. Oh yeah, a lot of green in the crypto market today. A lot of rebounds happening. Yeah, look at all that green. So very nice. I think I just saw Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin looks like it's still got some dumping to do. But we'll talk about all that in a little while at 4:30 on the crypto channel. I do want to check these indexes real quick. Where's that dollar at? That dollar's still trying to push up. Dow Jones down to the 50-day. If it doesn't hold there, it's probably going to go bearish. Gold consolidating, about ready for another breakout. Silver's alright. And then oil down to 75 so far. Interesting. So still about the same as yesterday with all those commodities. Not much really going on there at the moment. So yeah, not too much going on right at this moment. Maybe a possible another bounce play off of G-Tech if it can hold 9 again, but this is like the 4th time we've tested $9 support, so it's getting a little sketchy. We are getting closer to lunchtime as well. I will look fabulous decomposing. Very nice. So if you guys have any questions or any of that, go ahead and get it in. Exactly. Smash that like button like it owes your mama child support. That is a good one. That is man. I don't know, man. That's rough. So yeah, we're gonna stream about 10 more minutes here. I'm not gonna hang out all day. I'm already out of funds, I'm pretty sure. Let's check and see. Yeah, I got $16 left. DB Springer, he lives off Snickers and Mellow Yellow. I think he lives off Red Bull and Cheetos. I think he's one of those Wall Street Bets agents. That's why he's in here trolling me. He hears me trolling them all the time. I think Daniel B is a firm believer that AMC is going to $500. You would like avocados, One Life. Well, the problem with child support is that it's the government telling you that you have to pay for the kid. Anytime the government isn't like, for one, the government should not be involved in your personal life, which includes how your relationship is with your other person, your childbearing person, as the left likes to call them. It's like It's another one of those things that I don't like about the government. They interfere in too many things they shouldn't have their nose in. And child support does nothing but incentivizes women to not keep a man around. You know, they're going to get pregnant. I mean, you literally have girls, you can find them on TikTok and stuff, who are like, I got a bunch of baby daddies and I get child support from all of them, so I'm riding, real nice. I don't know. I mean, it's like, the kid needs to be taken care of, that's for sure, but the government incentivizing weird things like that and being interfering in things like that it's just weird. Like, think of it this way. When you think about France, it's illegal to get a paternity test without court consent and the consent of the mother. If the mother says it's yours, it's yours. Yeah, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how I like to. Let me phrase it like this. So for you guys who are like, why does he have such a problem with the government and this whole thing? Think of it like this, all right? You and your significant other or your one night fling, whatever, you two got together, made that decision to make that baby. Now, as much, and I'm sure it's a ton, as much as Joe Biden would love to be there, sniffing your girlfriend or wife's hair while you're doing that, the government should not be in your bedroom. Like, if we made a baby and Joe Biden or whatever her name, Nancy Pelosi, or any of these other politicians, if they wasn't there, if Joe Biden wasn't there giving me a handy in the process, then he has no business telling me what I need to do with the baby I created. That's my point. Like, it's weird. It's not right. It's not right for them to do things like that. Like, if you're not, if you're not part of the party, then you don't just get to walk right into the party. Daniel B, don't support your childs. They'll never pay their debt back to you. A waste of money. Daniel B, kids are... Boy, yeah, that's cold, man. That's cold. I don't have any kids, but God. Jeez, man. See, Lori Lee, a couple. He didn't want kids. She promised him no kids. Years later, she got off the pill, didn't tell him. Then she got pregnant. He got mad, but he can't divorce because they're in a cult. That is quite a situation. Well, yeah, let's not go on the women's rights movements and things like that on here. Listen, we'll save some of those more political discussions for the Traders Roundtable, which we'll be doing soon. If you did not see on the website where I posted last night. Another bounce off of $9. So I mean, this thing just giving profits. You could have been just sitting there all day scalping this off of 9. 9 holding up, and it looks like it's coming close to the tip of this triangle now. Elvis yelling out the "Let's go Brandon, let's go Brandon." That's a conspiracy theory from hell there, Daniel B. The children are all band together and they're actually plotting on everybody. That's really wild, man. Pop right through 950. Looks like it's going to try to pop again to $10. Oh, Lauren would be a good co-host on Swamp. Yeah, Swamp was one of the YouTube channels, the older, well, not really older YouTube channel, but my father-in-law Greg and I started the channel to have political talks, but political debates and discussions, and we did them every couple of nights or something like that. We'd go live and just talk about what's going on in the world and debate whether or not we are going to see market crash or this and that. Usually led to a lot of debates, but we had to kind of slow the reins on that. One, because I was too busy with these other channels, and two, YouTube did not like some of the content that we put out. They flagged several videos. So that channel was basically shot dead in the water. Oh, I'm glad you're out of that cult, Lori. That's pretty wild. See, people don't think the world's crazy. Everybody lives in their own little bubble nowadays, or at least in America, anyway. One life's like, well, you're in a cult? Like, that's so crazy. Like, Zach, it's not as crazy as you'd think. There's a lot of cults out there. I mean, just look at the BTS fans. That's definitely a cult. And she was born in one. It wasn't like she had a choice either. She was born in one and had to escape. You get born in a cult, man. She's lucky to be on this live stream right now, honestly. Veganism is also acting like a cult. I saw a meme about veganism the other day, and I don't care what you do. If you want to eat grass or leaves, you know, veggie hot dogs and whatnot, have at it. Uh, that's what you're putting in your body. You go for it. I have no problem with it. But the meme said, "You're welcome, vegans. I eat all the. It says I eat all I eat all the predators that eat all of your food." And it showed like a cow being turned into a steak. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, yeah, you don't want this good old steak? No problem. You can have your green beans and stuff. I'm gonna sit over here and eat my steak, all happy like. It wasn't that bad for you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I don't. It's one of those things you don't really know what to say to somebody when they say they were born in the cult and they got out of it. Other than like, I'm happy to hear you're out of it. Oh well, I mean, it's tribalism. It's not. that's not specifically towards veganism. That's in every aspect of life now. I don't know why we needed to divide ourselves up into a little filing cabinet of race, gender, Republican, Democrat, Christian, Muslim. Like we divided up ourselves in these little groups, and we can't even like talk to each other. Like that's not how things should work. Like you want to have your own little group, cool. Have your own little group, but when it's time to come together for the country, everybody's got to put that shit to the side. We all live in this. We all live in the damn country together. So if one group of people's acting nuts, man, it's up to the rest of the groups of people to kick them back in line. You know what I mean? But that's all. All the tribalism's been embedded. You just think back to the '80s. You guys who are not in the younger generations, you guys in the older generations. I'm not old enough to where some of the '80s movies came out when I was alive. I wasn't born till the end of the '80s, but I saw them as a kid. And what was it that every '80s teen movie had? You had a group of jocks. You had a group of nerds. Revenge of the Nerds. There's like three of those movies. Those movies was purposely pushing tribalism. You know that well. I'm not gonna say that they were purposely pushing it, but that really Revenge of the Nerds specifically was trying to go against that. But you still see how it was divided. You know, in high school we were divided. It's jocks. It's the goths, you know. It's the hard rock crowd. It's the rappers. The like we always divide ourselves as humans. But that's just been ingrained in us to divide. Goonies next. Grease. Well, Grease was not in the '80s, was it? Was Grease out in the '80s? Maybe it was. I don't remember. But yeah, Grease would have been a better example. You're probably right because Revenge of the Nerds started out showing the. Well, I don't know. I mean, they always. I don't know. You get the point I'm making. It doesn't have to necessarily be Revenge of the Nerds. I was just thinking about that the other day, thinking about back to my childhood about how many different media things like movies and TV shows pushed for people to be divided into groups. Good morning, Ruben. Well, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Not too much else going on. G Tech trying to break out, but still failing to do so. Maybe a little bit later in the day. Let's see where SPY's at. SPY sideways. That's part of the volatility right now in a lot of these stocks. Let's read some of these news headlines here. UK says people who received booster shot of COVID-19 vaccine are on average around 2/3 less likely to be infected than those who's had two doses. What? How's that make any sense? And then UK study shows COVID-19 infections still high, but falling. UK study prevalence of COVID-19 is at 1.5 meaning 1 in 64 people infected with the virus. That's bullshit. I can tell you exactly why this is bullshit right now. Because if they were studying the prevalence of everybody in the world, then 1.5% of 500 million people, you would be saying that 1 out of 64 people, that math doesn't add up. I hate it when news articles and things like that try to do this little numbers game. It's so stupid. If you tested only 64 people, then you don't have a big enough testing size. If you tested 100,000 people, then saying 1 in 64 people would get infected is a lie. It's misinformation. Right? So like I said, let's do 300 million. 300 million people. That's, pretty good size there of amount of people. So times 1.57 equals, whoops, no. I did my math wrong. Hold on. I got to do it percentage. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Okay. Not that this shit matters with anything with the stock market, but well, actually, it is a good lesson for the stock market, too. See, so I need to put the zeros over. So it'll be 0, 1.5, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Let me do it with an easier number. My brain's not working good. Let's just go with 100 million people. All right, times 0.0175. I think that would be less. I think it needs to be point. I think you move the decimal over 1. Because 10% of 100 million would be 10 million. Yeah. So then 1%, 1.5 would be like 1.5 million. So let's see if 1.5 million is what we get from 100 million. Just about right. But now when you have 100 million people, there's going to be so many different variations of different outcomes, so many different variables. But anyway, let's see what he's talking about. The governor, Christopher Waller, says he favors faster taper amid job gains and inflation surge. That'll crash the stock market if they do that. If they do that, Build Back Better bill will go back to the Senate. Climate and social spending plan back to committee. Oh, look at there. Pfizer received expanded US FDA emergency use for the booster. Alright, I'm not even gonna... Well, what does it say? Congressional Budget Office says IRS enforcement yields $207 billion, less than $400 billion from the White House. So the White House, to maintain the White House apparently costs more than the entire cost of the IRS. That's insane. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a day. pretty good Friday. Good job to everybody who made some profits today. You guys have been killing it. Love seeing it. If you haven't yet, go sign up for frameworkfortune.com. It is free. Doing a lot of things over there. And we'll be back in a little while, 4:30 Central, as long as nothing happens, for the Framework Fortune Crypto Live update on the Crypto channel. If I don't see you then, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time.